these pressure points in America, it is called tapping. It's a very good practice. Both of those two practices, they're very good for the body, and
Yes.
they are known to do. They are, in fact, you've already started what is called alternative healing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So today we will talk a little bit about alternative healing. There is a lot to talk about, so we'll just touch the surface of it. But you're already doing something with alternative healing, so that is a very good practice to do. Do it every
Thank you.
day. If you get guidance from Tusha, that's fine. If you're not just by yourself, you should do that. So the question is, what is alternative healing and why alternative healing? So in America, it's probably true in India too. There is this concept or knowledge of of energy medicine, energy or alternative medicine, and now the alternative to what? It is alternative to what is currently happening in America, in India and America. In India, all the doctors, all the clinics, they're MDs, MBBS. You go to the hospital, you get only Western medicine. So this is alternative to Western medicine. So what is Western medicine? Western medicine is very good. I'm not saying it is bad. We should not drop it. It's very good, especially for certain situations like emergencies. But Western medicine is a lot of drugs, lots of injections, lots of operations, lots of procedures, very good instrumentation, the best instrumentation. And if, for instance, you have, one second, let me just check this here. If, for instance, you have an accident, you break your hand and you burn it also, and the hand is detached, Western medicine can put it together, connect all the bones, the skin, the arteries, and graft new skin. That is almost like a miracle. So Western medicine for those type of things is very good. But where Western medicine is having a problem is what is called chronic diseases. And part of the problem is Western medicine just looks at the body. In fact, it looks at one small part of the body, not even the whole body. It doesn't look at the person. It looks at the body, that to one small part of the body, maybe just the eye, or just the heart, or within the heart, just a small valve. So they'll reduce everything. It's like a car. You take a car to some automobile place to repair, they look at only the lamp, only the brake, but the light may not be working because the battery is bad or the connection is bad. They don't look at all the other things. It's called reductionist. They reduce it to one small thing, whereas they don't look at the whole person. That is part of the reason we have a lot of what is called chronic diseases. Now, what are chronic diseases? It's like uh, related to the brain, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson. It is related to the stomach, IBS, or any stomach issues, indigestion, constipation. Other issues would be diabetes. People are getting very fat or sugar related. So doctors don't really know how to treat that in America or in India, anywhere in the world. They give you a drug, and the drug is only to suppress. It doesn't cure you. It just suppresses the symptoms. So if I have a headache, I say I got a headache. They'll say, okay, I'll give you something so you won't have the headache. The headache will go away. It'll give you some, you won't feel it, but the problem is still there. It does not look at the original problem. So in uh, it is caused by chronic diseases. Is caused by lifestyle. Our lifestyles have changed, and it's also caused by some trauma. We had some bad experience, and it is stuck in our body. So that's where alternative medicine comes in. Now, in alternative medicine, they don't look at just the body or just a small part. They look at the whole person. What is a person? It is a body, it is a mind, the conscious mind, and the subconscious mind. Sometimes we do things subconsciously, we are not even aware. So the body, the mind, Feelings are very, very important. Our feelings, our sensations, our emotions, these are very important. These affect our health. And then the most important thing is the spirit. What is spirit? Some call it soul, some call it God, some call it our relationship to our religion, whatever it is. And even if you don't believe in a religion, everyone believes there is some power in the universe that controls us. Now, doctors don't care about all these things. They only look at one small part of the body. Don't consider the mind, the subconscious mind, your feelings. You may be feeling sad because you're missing your daughter, or sad about something that happened long time ago, and it is affecting, is causing you to cough. They'll stop the cough, but that sadness will still be there. If instead of a cough, it'll express itself somewhere else. So emotions have to be considered, and also your spirit. Things with your spirit, sometimes with your spirit you can cure yourself too, just by your religion, by your attitude, by your relationship to a god or a religion. These things are very important, and current medicine doesn't look at it. So uh, back again, what is alternative medicine? Alternative medicine has always been there from the beginning of time. This Western medicine started about maybe 2000 years ago by the Greeks, and it's very advanced. But before that, there was always alternate medicine. And if you go into some small villages in India and in America and all over the world, there are shamans or there are vaidyas. They do alternative medicine. I remember when I was small in India, like about 50, 60 years ago, I was about 10 years old. We would go out to visit my grandmother. And if I was not feeling well, I was in a place called Kalangot, which is a small village. Now it's a big city, but there's no doctors there. The nearest doctor was in Panaji. It takes one day to go there. So what she would do, she would call some local doctor, or herself she would know. She would make some herbs, take some leaves, take some roots, and boil something and give me to drink. Or she would take the coconut palm, and burn it and put it around my head and say some prayers and sing some songs or some sounds, like how you all were doing today, some sounds, some sounds, and that would cure me. So these things somehow are forgotten. In India still there are people who practice these things, and it is called Ayurveda medicine. In China they have the same thing, and it's called acupuncture or Chinese herbs. They're basically the same thing. And acupuncture is the same as acupressure, which is these different pressure points, and they're related to yoga, because in yoga they have these chakras. There are 7 chakras in the body. Those chakras are related to what is called the nadis. There are 7,000 nadis, different points in the body, and those points are in what is called a meridian. So there are Chinese meridians, pressure points in different parts of the body. So the Indian medicine, Ayurveda, is very much connected to the Chinese medicine, ancient Chinese, okay? But today in China they do Western medicine, but some people still follow the ancient Chinese medicine, and some people in India too follow the Ayurvedic medicine. So part of besides Ayurvedic, there's homeopathic medicine in India and all over the world. So maybe some of you all have had homeopathic. It's very natural. It's slow. It's a slow process, but it takes care of all these chronic issues. It's not, miracle drugs. They don't give you lots of pills or operations. It's a slow process. And Reiki, you might have had Reiki treatment or just plain massage treatment. These are all alternative. Another alternative treatment is called sound. And you were doing part of sound also. When you say om, when you sing a song, when you hum, sound is a very good treatment. Okay? The rishis in India, this is many thousand years ago, even before Hinduism was there. They got it from Egypt. Their sounds are very important. Certain type of sounds, they bring healing to the body. In Europe, there are uh, Franciscan friars, the Catholic friars, or in the monasteries, they go and they sing, they hum just Georgian music. And in the Middle East, there are these called dervishes. You know, some of them are Muslims, some of them are not Muslims, but they just go around and they sing and they hum, and that brings a lot of healing to them. And one common example is like little baby, right? When the baby cries, what does the mother do? The mother doesn't just put medicines in the body or give a child an operation. Mother holds her and sings a lullaby, ooh, some sounds, and the baby feels happy and relaxes. So mothers, just by a lullaby, which is sound, are able to help their babies most of the time. Sometimes it's a little more complicated, but just with a lullaby, and that is basically a sound. So sound has a lot of effects, good effects. So what I will do is I will see if I can share my screen and show you. There's this American doctor. There are many people here in America who are practicing Indian type of medicines. They come there, they study Ayurveda and they study yoga. Yoga too is a very good practice because it gives you little movement. It allows a circulation of blood, and the sounds. You'll talk about how the sounds can release the problems in the body. So if you just hold for 1 second. Atusha? Hello?
Yes, Lawrence.
Yeah, can you give me screen sharing?
Sure. Done.
Thank you. So this is a doctor, and he'll talk about how
aspects of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. We feel everything in our heart, which is called Sadhaka Pitta. So we have all these impressions come into our heart. We feel them. You all know what it's like to get hurt feelings. And you all probably can feel it in your heart. You just constrict and wall off. And then we take those emotions and we somehow figure out a way to store those emotions in our fat. And those fats remotely make us think and do the same dumb stuff again and again. So if anybody tries to do the same dumb thing again to you that happened in the past, you already have a pre-recorded stress response for that. You're ready to go. In other words, if you were a hunter-gatherer, you went into a cave, got chased out of the cave by a lion, you would record that memory and you would know never to go into that cave again. You could be 85 years old and you go, ooh, this cave looks familiar. I remember this cave. Don't go in that cave because there's a lion in there. You remember it. So we store these emotional constrictions in our fat, but they also make us change our behavior in a protective way. They armor us up. So what happens is those emotions felt by Sadhaka Pitta are carried to our brain by what's called pranavata. Vata is what moves, it's the air, right? So the pranavata carries these impressions to our brain, particularly a part of our brain called the white matter of the brain. And the white matter of the brain, the neurons are wrapped in fat called myelin sheaths. And that fat is an impressionable fatty sheath. Again, the old saying, we store mental ama, Ayurveda calls emotions, mental ama, in our fat. Well, that fat just happens to be in the white matter in the center of your brain. And, excuse me, it's called the white matter, and it's called the myelin sheath. And that myelin sheath is called tarpaka kapha, which karpaka means to record. So it's the place where we record all those emotional impressions. Let me get that straight. You feel it in your heart as emotional impressions. You then create an emotional response that's carried to your brain through pranavata that imprints that memory of that emotion in your brain, in the white matter of your brain, on the tarpaka kapha, which is the myelin sheath, which is extremely soft and extremely impressionable. So it gets imprinted there. But because it's soft and impressionable, it's neuroplastic. It has the ability to reshape and to reform. That is what Ayurveda was all about. That's what Vedic science is all about, is becoming conscious. That's what the Kaya Kalpa cleanse is all about, is becoming conscious. We all know that we do the same dumb thing again and again. We have repetitive patterns of behavior. We attract the same kind of partner that doesn't work. We do it again and again and again, and we can't break those patterns. And that is what Ayurveda, really one of the reasons why Ayurveda was about. Ayurveda science was about human potential. It wasn't about just, not having heartburn. Of course, that's a part of, you got to get your body balanced to be able to do these things. So it was all part of the process. But the big goal was really something quite different than just, not having heartburn or something like that. It's longevity. And longevity, because you need a lot of time to become conscious, it takes a while to scrub a lot of these crazy thoughts that we have, right? So here's how it works. Think of your myelin sheaths like a sandbox that you could hold in your hand, and you draw some lines in the sand, right? And then and those are your emotional impressions, imprinted, old traumas that happened in your life. So you never forget that bear in that cave thing, right? You never forget it. It's always right there. And then you shake that sand and you vibrate it, right? And all of a sudden, those lines are gone, right? They're gone. They're not there anymore. You wrote them, they were there, but now they're gone. In a similar way, Ayurvedic medicine used vibrational therapies to actually erase these emotional traumas that were imprinted into your Charpaka Kapha, into your myelin sheaths. Now, I don't have exact
Can you hear me, everyone?
Yeah, now
Hello?
it's okay.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. So what doctor, he was talking a little fast, but what he was saying is sometimes something may have happened in our past and we keep that memory. It's an emotion, we keep it in our heart because emotions, it's a thing, a thought. So there's the mind, the emotions, and we record it in our brain. So what he was talking about, there are fat tissues in the brain, we record it in the brain. It's recorded there and stays. And sometimes we may try to do something else, but that recording is still there, and the same behavior happens, the same sickness happens, and one way to get it out is what is called vibrations. So you have vibrations by singing mantras, you have vibrations by doing this thing called tuning forks. So you have a tuning fork. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. If you put it to your ear, maybe you'll be able to
Yes,
hear it.
yes, we
Okay?
can hear.
Okay, very good. So tuning forks work, and also we've done these bowls. I've got these bowls. I'll show it to you right now for a minute. Okay, and we will have a session with the Tibetan bowls. Those bowls, those vibrations also help because they go into the body and they remove the old patterns. It's like if you went to the beach and you wrote something on the sand. Okay, it stays there for a short while, but the water comes in and it's removed. It's vibrations. So the vibrations can remove these thought patterns from the mind. Nothing else can remove it. Doctors can only prevent you from experiencing it, but those things have to be removed. They are deep down in the subconscious. And vibrations is one way to do it. Meditation is another way to do it. Yoga is another way to do it. Mantras, hymns, hymns to God. Just vocal singing, humming is good. So right now we got about 20 minutes. We'll do a little bit of humming because humming is very good. And then we'll do a sound bowl thing. So if, all of you, we've done this before. It's called Om. If you don't like the word Om, you can say Amen. If you don't like Amen, in the Middle East, it's Ameen. Say whichever word you want, or you just say Ah, whatever word. But we'll do it to a certain tune for about once or twice. Okay, so you participate in this. I don't want you to just listen. I want you to participate in this. So when after the session every day you practice this yourself, it's good for the throat. And also what happens, there's a vagus nerve that goes from the brain through the throat, through all the organs, and they get a massage, they get a vibration. So those vibrations are good. So let's start this. I'm going to start it, and everyone participate. You can say Om, you can say Amin, you can say Amen, you can say Ah. Okay. Amen. Everybody. Amen. Om. Om. Amin. Amin. Mm. Mm. Close your mouth and make that sound. Feel the vibrations going through your body. Mm. Amen, amen, amen. So when you're by yourself, just do this thing. It's a very good practice. During the day, you've got nothing to do. Entertain yourself. And you're not only entertaining yourself, you're healing yourself. So practice that. So with that, I think we got about 20 minutes, and we will do some Tibetan bowl sounds, okay? So put yourself in a very relaxing position and take a deep breath. If you want to lie down, you can lie down. You want to sit, you can sit, and just relax. Try not to move. If you have to move, that's okay too. So let me focus this thing on the bowls here right now. Can you see the bowls? Can you hear the bowls? Everyone, can you hear the bowls?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you. Very good. So I will go through a certain protocol with these bowls, and I will give you a little kind of guidance, okay? But it is for you, just close your eyes and feel these vibrations going through your body, okay? It's very important to take a deep, slow breath. That is, breath is prana. Prana is life. Prana is energy. That's energy medicine. Prana is life. There's a lot of research here in America of the importance of slow breathing, inhaling and slow exhaling. So take a deep breath. Count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then breathe out slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just do that yourself. Count in your mind slowly. After a while, you don't have to count. Just don't think of any other things going on in your life. Problems with COVID, problems with finances, problems with your family, with your doctor. Don't think of anything else, just focus on the sound. On the sound waves coming into your body. Each of the organs in our body have different vibrations. The brain has its own set of vibrations. During the day, the vibrations are a little high, but when we go to sleep, they go down. So right now, if you put yourself in a meditation state called delta. And if some of you fall asleep, that's okay, that's a good thing. These vibrations have the ability to put you into a total sleep state. Feel the vibrations going through your ears and also through the whole body. The body has receptors for sound. If some part of your body is not in proper state, it's not at ease, it's in dis-ease, these vibrations can bring it back to harmony. thoughts about what's going on outside your world, with your family, with the doctors, with the politicians. Just focus on your breath. Feel the vibrations going to that part of the body that you feel is the problem. And feel the vibrations healing that. The more relaxed you are, the better the vibrations can work. Remember to take slow, deep breaths. If you've completely fallen asleep, that's good. Let those vibrations go into your body. Let it go into your brain and remove some old patterns and old thoughts that are still there that you don't that are not serving you anymore. If you have some chronic issues, just feel those chronic issues having less and less control over your body. you still there?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll hand it back to you now. Thank you.
Varsha?
Thank you so much. Hello. It was wonderful session. Thank you so much.